hold in a bit of bank. Yeah, that's cooking for a glider. Hello, good evening and welcome to HobbyKing.com. My name is Stuart, here for a flight demo following on from the recent one that we gave on the Yak 11 to a much older model, and you see it here behind me. This is the Volantex ASW28. Now, I can see you got the camera on my eyes there. I'll try and avoid that. It's late in the evening here. Anyway, we'll carry on. ASW28, this is from Volantex, and the reason that I wanted to do a flight demo of this is because it's a good opportunity to give you an overview not only of this amazing flying ASW28 but also of the entire Volantex glider range. We've got quite a number on the site. There'll be links to all of them, I think, underneath this video, but out of all that range they have a lot of commonality and they all share similar features, and I'll talk you through those features very, very quickly. So if you look at this ASW28, for example, they all have these ABS blow molded fuselages, so you can see the mold line there just in this low sum. This is blow molded ABS plastic, so it's very, very strong. And then of course the foam flying surfaces, very EPO flying surfaces, very common with the things that you would expect to see in any plug and fly model. And these are all plug and fly, these models. There you go, that's a better view of it. These are all plug and fly. This one I think is around 2.5 meter span, and they represent, this is the other great thing about the Volantex range, they represent great value for money. I think in the European warehouse, and I'm saying European because I'm based here in Europe, around $179 or something like that. The prices do vary slightly from warehouse to warehouse, but the point is they are very, very good value for money, and they fly exceptionally well. I pulled the ASW out today because I'm more of a scout guy. That's my bag, it's what I like. The rest of the range is more sports gliders, FPV models, just sports gliders, but this is their most scout offering. That said, it's a very good sports mild aerobatic model too, and I'll show you how it flies in just a minute. One thing I wanted to mention also, many of the Volantex gliders, they're built for FPV specifically, but one of their models that works the best and is not specifically built for it is in fact this, the ASW28. So you can very easily remove the cockpit and the canopy and fix a pan and tilt on there with your transmitter on the tower there to keep it to balance, and it actually makes a very, very good FPV platform. Imagine your camera stuck at the top here and you're just panning and tilting like this. You get a really, really, really nice perspective, especially when you look over on the side like that. And the flight times now, this is running, like most of the range, on a 3S. This is a 3S 2200, which for I believe a 2.5 meter span model is a surprisingly small pack. But even then, with a 2200 3S, you get in excess of 7+ minutes sports flying. When you're up there just gliding, especially when you're just cruising with FPV, you can get considerably more than that. So not only are they economical to buy, they're also very economical to run. Not just the ASW, but many of the other gliders in the Volantex range. Anyway, that's enough of the talking. Let's give you a quick flight demo of the Volantex ASW28. Alright, so here we are. This is, as I said, the ASW, oh, there we go, so smooth, 28. It's quite a sizable model. I'm 6'1", what's that in meters, Andrews, do we know?
2 meters-ish?
I think it's maybe 1.8.
You're like 185, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I am. 185, that's, yeah. So 1.85 meters, that's me. And this is around...
Oh, I have to zoom out, that's big.
It's on the website. I haven't done my research, I can't remember what it is, but I think it's around 2.5. Anyway, the point is, for the money and for the fact that it flies extremely well, which you will see very, very soon, it's a nice, sizable aircraft. And it's a lot of fun as well. It's not, don't look at it and just think, oh, it's a boring old scout glider. It can be that, but it also can be quite aerobatic. And it's also good that it's got the brake set out in the box, so you can have some fun with the brake on the motor as well, which I will show you. right now. We've just got a little Fokker coming into land, so just wait a second. Very nice, sir. Now we have the sky to ourselves. Let's give the ASW from Volantex a go. Alright, so here we go. We're going to be full power on launch for this 3S, and I'll show you just launch it from a firm standing, and you'll see that I'm hands off until I really want to get my thumbs on the sticks, which is after quite a while. I'll show you what I mean. Launching. Hands off, look at that. All I'm giving it is full throttle. I can even reduce the throttle now.
Yep. Okay, gotta focus on the plane now, but it was good.
You get the plane.
Yep.
It's all good. Anyway, the point has been proven. Very, very easy. The cameraman's going to get up on his feet now as I'm banking in.
There we go.
So this is a half throttle pass. You get it nice and it's a beautiful, beautiful, relaxing model to fly. There it is.
That is pretty.
Very, very quiet. Now, give you an idea of climb out. So that's full power. Remember, this is on 3S. It's not vertical, of course, but you don't really need it to be. We'll get the powered gliding bit out the way first, which is simply taking it up, climbing to an altitude that feels good, and then power off. Remember, this has the brake, so I'm now flying completely power off. If it wasn't for that helicopter, you'd be able to hear that it's silent now. And as a glider, well, it's gliding. It's the end of the day, there's not so many thermals around right now. This is all still power off. See if we can get a bit of the whistle as it comes by. You ready?
Yep.
I have to be close. I don't think I'm going fast enough. That is close. Oh yeah. Did that pick up?
I think so.
Okay, well we heard it here. Alright.
Maybe we can try it again. Can we try it again?
We can try it again. We'll try it again. I'll do it a little faster this time. Looks beautiful against that clear blue sky. Very lucky with the weather we've got here now. So I'm power off again. I have a bit more speed. It's almost a bit like Excalibur the way it whistles past power off. Here we go. Did you hear it? Got one of the full-size jets as well. Anyway, the point is it glides very, very well. So it can do that. It can do the power of gliding. Once you get to altitude, climbing, power off and gliding, that's what it can do. But it can also be a great sports model. There's a nice loop for you there. Now if you want to roll, you've got to go in full rates and a bit of rudder as well. So I'm going to roll. Looks a bit strange when it does it, but it does roll nicely enough. And this is how I like to fly it. Bring it around like a sports model. So again, it's not cooking. You could try it with the forest if you really wanted. I think it would probably take it. But it is a lot of fun.
Well, let's do that for a second. Yeah, got it again.
You got it? I'm going to come down. I'm going to do a loop in the center of the field. Look at that. Really, really nice. Now the wings do flex a bit, but you would expect that on any glider, and that's all part of the program with this model.
I mean, they flex on a real glider.
Exactly. Let's do another pass this way. This is full power. Yes. Alright, I'm going to do a pass from the right here. There's no wind now. A little bit of up trim. Alright, here it comes. Hold in a bit of bank. Yeah, that's cooking for a glider. Now when you take into account the price, the size and the performance you're seeing here, you know that with this ASW from Volantex and the rest of the Volantex glider range, you get great bang for your buck. Power off. And you can really bank it and yank it too if you wish. It's all still power off. I'm going to go around to right now. All still power off. And the other thing I'm going to show you now, it's got flaps, so I'm going to give a little bit of power. Just enough to keep air moving over the surfaces. And this is full flap deflection now on this glider. Look at this. That's pretty slow, right?
That's slow enough.
Now you want to use rudder at this point, but you don't want to be banking so much. Let's bring it around this way. A little bit of down elevator, forward pressure on the stick. Look at this, here we go. I'm going to cruise right past this. Look at that, barely any movement input on the stick, a little bit of power. So graceful, very, very graceful. Flaps off, full power climb up. See if I can get a stall at the top here. Yep, just does it. Bring it around, pull up on the elevator and full power. There we go.
Nice.
See, this is me banking and yanking now. Might want to be a little wide on the camera to appreciate it. Remember, it's 2.5 meters of span there. Yanking and yanking. It really carves the groove nicely. Look at that. Let's just keep doing this. I feel locked in with this. A little bit of rudder where needed. How's that for camera?
Nice.
And we'll do another drop off the top here. Power off, kick the rudder. Just settles into it. Do a loop here. So this is what I mean. You can take it up and you can glide and you can get a good bit of gliding from 300 or 400 meters or however high you're allowed to fly. Power off like it is now. That's a good way to extend your flight times. But for me personally, that gets a little bit boring a bit quickly. So when I'm bored of that, I can apply the power and away I go. Alright, so the point is the heli is landed now so we can get some sound going. Power on, you hear a bit of a whoosh there? Right, now I'm going to get some height, drop it in with power off and get a nice whoosh. There it comes. You hear it?
There you go.
Alright.
Lovely.
Now the train's gone, the heli's gone, now let's try again this way. Because it is a really quite cool sound. What makes this model really quite unique. Okay, power off. You hear it? You must surely hear that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So yes, as I was saying before, you can put power on. This is full power climb out. You can do gradual, gentle climbing turns. Get up, cut the power, and then glide. It does that very, very well. But bring it to life, turn the rates up, and really bank and yank it. So those full power passes like that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. A little bit of trim needed there. And I'm going to yank it around here. Look at this. You won't see many big gliders like this doing this kind of performance, especially in this budget range. And this is very, very locked in. Very simple, economical, 9-gram servos. They are metal geared for the most part, but they're working really, really well. You even hear a bit of a whistle there, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, and we'll do one more power off pass. Here it comes. Mind your heads. Oh, yeah, that's whispering death. That's what I think the Japanese called the bow fighter. It's not quite that extreme, but it's definitely got a cool whistle. Let's see if I can replicate it one more time. Here comes whispering death. Oh, it's got a bit of a howl, right?
That was a good one.
A little bit haunting, but anyway, it's all part of the charm. So yes, this is the ASW28 from Volantex. All the other gliders they have are of the same construction. Blow molded ABS fuselage, EPO, foam flying surfaces, wings, tailplane, etc. And they all fly fantastic, but especially the ASW28. I'm going to be power off now, I think. Bring it in full flaps. Do a bit of power on now, a little bit more low and slow. Because it's a big model, but look, you can fly it in a very tight space. You just got to make sure you maintain a bit of speed. Use rudder rather than aileron, because you want to yaw the nose into the turn rather than banking. And listen to this. Well, you're hearing the engine of that paramotor overhead, but trust me, it's very, very quiet. Well, I think I'm going to, I don't think that is a paramotor, you know, I think it's just a boat, a very loud old boat on one of the canals over there. Anyway, coming into land, going to bleed the speed off a bit over here. In fact, I can turn all the way downwind, let the speed bleed off over there and lose some height. It does maintain its energy really quite well. This is with a bit of flap now, so I've got to put some power on. And I'm just going to bring it into land as close to me as I possibly can. Now cut the power and let it just settle in nicely. Flare. And a little bit of a handbrake turn at the end there. Okay, so I think that looked good on camera, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, well, what I hope that you see on camera there is just how smooth and predictable it is in flight. Because I can tell you, it flies very, very well. I'll pick it up now, make it safe. Again, give you another idea of its size. It's a big old model. And, well, that wraps up this flight demo of the Volantex ASW28. Again, similarly constructed to all the range of Volantex gliders, but this one particularly I wanted to show you because it's the best looking and for me the best flying. All very good value for money, all available in I think both the US, Hong Kong and European warehouse for HobbyKing. There'll be links below this video. Thank you very much for watching. I have been Stuart, this has been HobbyKing, and I'll see you next time.